Welcome to the Film Room, and on this episode, we're going to take a look at TCU wide receiver Quinton Johnston. Quinton Johnston was one of the top receivers in all of college football this past year, and a big reason why TCU made it all the way to the college football championship game. If you're not familiar with what I do in these episodes, I'm going to take a look at game clips, film of the prospect to highlight and showcase the type of player, in this case, Quinton Johnston is. Here's a player that is being discussed as a possible top 10 pick in the 2023 NFL Draft and a potential number one receiver. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tape. Now, the first thing that I want to highlight about Johnston is he's got this big play. Here in this clip, we see that speed working down the field. Johnston, once again, left outside receiver up at the top of the screen. He's going to use that speed to burst pass, get deep. I mean, look at how much separation we have between him and the defensive back. Using that acceleration, he's able to get past him and reel in this pass for a near touchdown. And because of Johnston's speed and the ability to win deep, he's able to use that to set up his routes. Here at the top of the screen, we see that this defensive back, he is playing pretty well off. He doesn't want to get beat deep because we saw, in the last clip, that guy got blown past. That guy's playing off of him. He's able to push him deep and then be able to put a foot down and just curl inside. He didn't, on this route, have to have a precise route, a quick cut inside. Here we see another example of Johnston using his speed to set up his underneath routes. Once again, he's going to push the guy deep and then make a quick cut inside. Ball was off target. But once again, I love that he's pushing. He's making this look like he's going to go deep. We see the cornerback have to open up like and he opens up to the outside. And then Johnston's able to just cross his face and get here. And if that ball was on target, it would have been another catch. Maybe he could have broke that tackle, but it wasn't. But he did good to set up that. Johnston's not going to be a super elite route runner just because of his size, but I think his ability in this situation to be able to cut and move and use that speed to his advantage will help him in the NFL create some separation. Now, if I'm going to nitpick Quinton Johnston a little bit, one of the things I don't like about him and has me pausing from him being an elite potential top 10 overall pick is I don't think he's a true natural hands catcher. If we look at this clip that I showed earlier, and I briefly touched on this ball is underthrown, and he's got to adjust, and he's got to go up for it. But what I don't like about this is instead of high pointing this ball and going up, extending his hands above his head to go make that catch, he jumps up and still lets the ball come to him. Okay? That is a lot more. I think in the NFL, that ball is broken up. You can't go up and get the ball. You're 6'4", you're 212 pounds, you're an explosive athlete. He's got good leaping skills. Go extend your hands up and make that catch. And too often, the ball, when it comes to him, he lets it come to his body. He doesn't make the hands catch. And it's not like every single catch, but a majority of his catches, the ball is getting to his chest. He's having it come to him. He's cupping it. And I think you don't see the natural hands catcher. And I think that is something to kind of keep an eye on moving forward. We see another example of that here along the goal line. Johnston's right here. He's going to run like he's going to do a little quick pass and then break in on a slant, and the ball is there. The ball's out in front of him. But once again, he lets that ball come to his chest, to his body, and it's in essence on the side, and it's right there for the DB to break up. And, it's just stuff like this. It's like use your body to shield. Get those hands out in front of you. Go snatch that ball out of the air. Go get the ball. And this prevented a touchdown from being happening. And I think if he were to extend his hands, have his body take that contact, we're looking at a touchdown here. But instead, he lets it get to his body. It's put in a position where that DB can just put his hand in and rip that ball out. And that's one of the concerns I have about Quinton Johnston. There is a lot to like about Quinton Johnston as a receiver prospect in the 2023 NFL Draft. You're going to see him being regarded as one or two of the first, second, or third best receiver in this class. You're going to see some people mock him in the top 10, others in the top 20. Heck, even in my last mock, I had him in the top 15. And he's got a lot that you would like. He's got good size. He's explosive. He's got good leaping ability. But I kind of pause. He's not as highly rated for me as others. Even though he's got all that talent. The thing that kind of worries me about him is, he's not doesn't seem like a natural hands catcher. He doesn't seem as physical as you'd like someone at his size. I don't know if a lot of times receivers don't like contact. I don't know if Quinton Johnston likes contact or not. But those are kind of my concerns from me. If he was more of a natural hands catcher, even just that, I think he'd be a lock top 10 pick. But that just has me pausing. And so for me, I have him kind of more down to a late first, early second round pick, just because I worry about those things. I think he's going to go in the top 20. I think he could easily be top 15, maybe even a top 10 pick. It wouldn't shock me for him to be drafted that high. But I do have those concerns. And that's what I think. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode of the Film Room. Remember, the best way to get these is to subscribe. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for all your notifications to get more videos like this. If you haven't already done so, make sure you follow me on social media, draft_Brian. Wherever there's social media, that's where you'll find me. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time.